We welcome you to the furniture capital of the world, High Point, North Carolina, for this Sunday evening showdown between a pair of independent squads in MLS Next Pro as Carolina Core looks to turn the corner against a surging Chattanooga FC squad. Hi everybody, John Gross with you on this Sunday evening. Truist Point, the site of this showdown. Lovely day in North Carolina in the Triad region of the Tar Heel State. Carolina Core entered today at 3-9-6 on the season, sitting on 17 points. They had an early season coaching change. Since then, though, this team has been better. They've picked up results, and we'll dive into that throughout the broadcast. Meanwhile, Chattanooga, the boys in blue, unbeaten in 5 straight matches at 8-5-4 on the season. They took down Carolina Core 1-0 earlier this year and are looking to claim the season series in the second of 3 meetings against Carolina Core here in 2026. But again, 5 in a row without a loss for interim head coach Richard Dixon's side. As we dive into the starting 11 first for Carolina Core, led by also interim head coach Jake Davis. Nick Holiday gets the start in goal, the keeper on loan from Charlotte FC. Ricardo Montenegro, look out for him in the midfield. Jake Davis said when he is playing well, we play well. An instrumental piece and a really good ball winner for this squad. Then up front, you have the duo Thomas Rambold and Arno Tatavan, 2 guys who were so dangerous in and around the attacking third. Tatavan has 7 goals this season, including a goal last match against CT United, the only goal that Carolina Core scored in that match. That's a look at the starting 11 for this Carolina Core squad. Meanwhile, for Chattanooga, it's Eldin Jakubovic getting the start once again. He has started now 17 of 18 matches this season, the reigning MLS Next Pro goalkeeper of the year. Tate Robertson is such a lethal player, especially on set pieces. This team thrives on set pieces, and he's a big reason why. But 7 goals and 4 assists for him. Damian Barker-John up front of the right side, having a breakout season. 6 goals on the campaign, and what a year it has been for the number 9, Alex Krell. He plays the number 9, he wears 23, but 10 goals this season, including the game-winning goal last time out against Inter Miami 2. Krell, somebody who joined this squad as a trialist in the preseason and has evolved into one of the top goal scorers in the league. And we are just about set here for the second of 3 meetings in 2026 between Carolina Core and Chattanooga FC. Carolina Core 3-9-6 on the year. Chattanooga 8-5-4. Carolina Core in the orange tops. Chattanooga in the blues. As Thomas Rambold gets us underway. Carolina Core and Chattanooga FC on this Sunday evening in MLS Next Pro. Thrilled to have you with us. John Gross with you, taking you through this match. Again, a 1-0 lead, a 1-0 win in the first meeting of the season between these 2 squads. Though Carolina Core, since then, looks like a bit of a different team. They've made some personnel changes, made some leadership changes, as well as it's lifted ahead of the pack. It's tapped on by Rambold, but he's offside. Nearly an opening salvo for Carolina Core, who again have looked better since that coaching change. And in fact, the Chattanooga match back on May 24th was Carolina Core's final match under the leadership of Donovan Ricketts. As we look back at this last opportunity, and Rambold just a touch offside. But after losing to Chattanooga 2 days later, Carolina Core decided to make a change. 4 members of their sporting staff, including head coach Donovan Ricketts, leaving the club. But since interim head coach Jake Davis has taken over, this team is 3-2-3 after being 0-7-3 to start the campaign before he was promoted. Check that, 2-3-2 under his leadership. They were 1-6-4 before he got the job. Though this team is 3-2-3 at home. And that's notable given how they've struggled on the road this season. 0-7-3 away from truest point. But the good news for Carolina Core, this match kicks off a 4-match homestand as they try to climb the table in the Eastern Conference. And a free kick on the way for Chattanooga. It has been a different story for the boys in blue this season, unbeaten in 5 straight matches, sitting in the 4th spot of the Eastern Conference. This team has put things together nicely, also under an interim head coach, Richard Dixon, leading the way, though he took over before the season began. Chattanooga made a coaching change in February, and he has led this squad to looking like one of the upper echelon squads in the East. Here's Tate Robertson. Big reason why this Chattanooga team is where it is in the standings. Though he was working the wrong direction and gives it away. Andrew Check does well to stick with it. Check has space for service as he drives it in. And no trouble for Eldin Jakupovic. Jakupovic links up with Daniel Mangarov. This Chattanooga squad in the heels of a dramatic 1-0 win against Inter Miami 2 in a monumental match for this club. It was a match played at Erlanger Park, which is a baseball stadium, and there was a club record over 6,000 fans in attendance for that win back on July 4th. Here's a promising moment as it's played back centrally, and it's turned away. Nick Colliday able to do just enough to direct it away. Let's take one more look at it. A good patient run from Mangarov. Unable to bury it. He has not scored this season, but he did score 9 goals last year. Here's Andrew Check as he lifts it ahead and the flag comes up. The Chattanooga side that enters today 2-0-3 in its last 5 matches. Looking to extend that unbeaten run to 6, which would be the longest unbeaten streak of the season for Richard Dixon's side. And it is remarkable given the coaching change just before the season, having to incorporate some new faces. This Chattanooga team, with a win today and some help from other results, they could move to the top of the table, tied with Crown Legacy and Columbus Crew 2. And a down Carolina Core player. There's not a lot of depth between the byline and the advertising boards. Good to see Bryce Swinehart back on his feet. One of the newcomers on this team. We've seen Carolina Core make some in-season acquisitions, understandably so, when they've struggled as they have at 3-9-6. Swinehart making his 3rd start of the season. You look at a guy like Bryce Swinehart, like a Seth Hammond, like a Ryan Baer. Trying to add some pieces to bolster this squad for the back half of the season. Here's Matthias Hanchard. Robertson now. Slips it across. It's a lovely ball from Robinson. That is brought down. Oh, what a dance free. It's pinged ahead towards McGrath, the captain, but it's broken up first. Ricardo Montenegro now as it clipped out of possession by Sarsar. And a throw in on the way for Chattanooga. You look back to that last match for Chattanooga, the 1-0 win against Inter Miami 2 in front of over 6,000 fans. And Richard Dixon, the interim head coach for this club, acknowledged that was more than just a regular season match. It was a special occasion. His team did well enough. They did struggle at times. He was quick to point that out against an Inter Miami team that, look, they're bottom of the Eastern Conference right now. So he did say that they struggle at times, but able to eke out that 1-0 win. And he also said it showed some of the newcomers to this club just how much this club and how much soccer means to the Chattanooga community. Bit of space to work with as it's powered in towards Tatavan. Redirected away. Second ball. Brought down. Mangarov goes down. They play on. It's McGrath who surges. Advantage played as it's flicked back and rolled no trouble for Holiday. Alex McGrath surging with a head of steam, and it's good to see him back at 100%. He missed all of last season with an injury. The captain of this squad, who has played in over 100 matches for Chattanooga. He's one of the mainstays. Tate Robertson, one of the mainstays. Interim head coach Richard Dixon as well. He played for this club. Played with those two guys, actually. Now he's coaching them. Tatavan. Muscled out of possession by Hanchard. Louis Jean leaves it off for Mangarov. Chayap making that overlapping run, doesn't receive it. And a good challenge. Free kick on the way. Jake Davis said his team has been playing a little bit better. He credits his players for just taking it game by game. And also, they've controlled games better. They're dictating tempo a bit better than they were earlier in the season. Some of those early matches when they started the season at 1-6-4, they really waited for the opponent to impose themselves onto this Carolina core squad. Different story since then. At least they've tried to make it a different story. As it's rolled on for Tatavan. Arno Tatavan on the move. Broken up by Hanchard. So it is recovered. Rambolt now dances free. Rambolt, his cross blocked. And a whistle against Corey Lundeen. 2 players down. One more look at it. Lundeen got a toe on it. And then the collision is whistled as a Lundeen foul. Apologies for the technical difficulties as Tatavan's cross is blocked. Oh no, Chattanooga. He is the name to know for this Carolina Core squad. Played his college soccer just down the road at UNC Greensboro, an NCAA powerhouse. Chattanooga, one of many French players on that UNCG squad in recent years. The Parisian has scored 7 goals this season. He's on the right side of your screen wearing 26 in orange. Swinehart. Ryan Bear. Bear. Check. Taps it ahead. It's Rambold who gets there. Rambold drives it across. Broken up by Jakupovic. Stays in the area though. Check. Twirling and crossing. And Jakupovic high points it. There have been moments in the first 14 or so minutes of this first 45 that have been promising for Carolina Core. This is the most recent. Good job by Jakupovic. And then Chet just creating that little bit of space to loop it in, but Aldin Jakupovic, that's too easy for him. He is, I would say he's the most experienced player in MLS Next Pro history. Just listen to this resume for Aldin Jakupovic, the Chattanooga goalkeeper. 6 Champions League starts. He's played for the likes of Everton, Leicester City. He won the FA Cup with Leicester City, LAFC, and the Swiss national team. He actually retired after the 2023 season with LAFC. He worked in the Chattanooga FC Academy. He moved to Chattanooga, Tennessee, worked in the academy as a coach before former head coach Chris Nugent offered him a spot. And he took that opportunity. Last year winning goalkeeper of the year in MLS Next Pro. This season tied for 3rd in the league with 4 clean sheets. And what a luxury it is for this Chattanooga team to have a keeper of his quality and stature. He might be tested again here, though it is well handled. Montenegro. Here's Andrew Check, first-year pro who just recently wrapped up his college career at the University of North Carolina. About an hour or so east of here as that heads out for a throw. Go Forth Home Services is a proud signature partner of CCFC. Founded in the Carolina Core in 1959, Go Forth Home Services is our region's trusted provider for your home service needs, including pest control, heating and cooling, plumbing, and smart technologies. Orbach does well to win that duel. It's a Chattanooga team that likes to get the ball ahead quickly. They often play very direct. Big physical squad. And that's one of the things that Carolina Core interim head coach Jake Davis talked about, just how direct they are. And you look at the numbers, they back that up as well. They lead the league in accurate long balls per match. And they do have an advantage over most teams in this league, given that they are independent. They're a bit older, a bit bigger, a bit more physical. The same could be said for Carolina Core, another one of the independent squads. And as the whistle comes in with Krell taken to the turf. Robertson Long ball from Jakubovic. Headed away. Mangarov got a toe on it. Robertson nods it down. It's got away clear. Here's Sorensen. Turns into space. Anthony Sorensen finds Robertson. Robertson drives it on. Headed away. Here's Damian Barker-John. Crafty player out wide. Leaves it off for McGrath, the captain. Robertson now. Krell. Longest spell of possession that we've seen from Chattanooga in and around the attacking third. Mangarov. Oh, what a flick to Mangarov, who skies one across. It's headed out. Was it over the end line first? It was. And a goal kick on the way. Goal kick from Nick Holliday, the young goalkeeper who's on loan from Charlotte FC. Previously played for Charlotte's MLS Next Pro team, Crown Legacy. Also had a chance to train with PSV Eindhoven and Bayer Leverkusen. Barker-John. Rolled ahead towards Sorensen. Well done by Swinehart. So McGrath recovers for the visitors. Here is Alex McGrath. Barker-John dashes free. Barker-John lets one fly and sends it about 6 rows deep. Barker-John, he's a confident player, understandably so. He has 6 goals already. Richard Dixon said this coaching staff has a lot of trust in him, and they want him to know that they believe in him. They want him to play free. They want him to do his thing. As it's taken away by Sorensen, who skips it wide. 20 minutes through in this first 45. 0-0 in the second showdown of the season between these Eastern Conference foes. Chattanooga looking to build on a 5-match unbeaten run. Currently sitting in 4th place of the Eastern Conference, and with a win and some help could move into a tie for 1st place. Meanwhile, Carolina Core looking for what would be its most notable win of the season. A squad that has been better since making a late May coaching change. Rambolt twisted down, and a free kick coming for Carolina Core. Thomas Rambolt has it set. He leads this team with 4 assists on the season. First-year pro after spending his college career at UCLA and Wisconsin. Both of those schools now in the Big Ten Conference. As Rambolt angles one in, Jakubovic locates it. Unsuccessful dummy attempt. Sorensen forced to Move it all the way back to Jakupovic. Barker-John turns in the Jets. Here he goes. Damian Barker-John with two on him. Still Barker-John. Works the byline. Barker-John's cross is blocked, but he does win a corner. The pace from Damian Barker-John, able to assert himself and claim a set piece for his team, which is where they thrive. Daniel Mangarov waltzes over the corner flag. Damian Barker-John, just tremendous pace down the right flank. And a corner kick on the way for Chattanooga. They're so dangerous on set pieces. Second in the league with 6 set-piece goals. Mangarov plays it short. Robertson left it upstairs. Tate Robertson, one of those guys, whether he's taking the free kick or he's involved somehow, he is so dangerous in those situations. He's one of those guys who can just deliver a ball on an absolute platter. But he's more than just a distributor. He's been a punishing goal scorer this season as well, with 7 goals. Lundin leaves it ahead. Ball. Hammond leaves it off for Lundin. Whistle comes in. It will stay with Carolina Core. Free kick on the way here for the home side, as they look for that breakthrough moment in this first 45. Ball sent in towards Evers. He could not get his head on it. Here comes Chattanooga. And a foul comes in. This will be a booking. That's an easy one. Ricardo Montenegro shown yellow. Here's a look at it. Sticks that leg in there, and that's as easy of a booking as we'll see all day.
To Carolina Core FC, number 6, Ricardo Montenegro, in the 26th minute of the match.
Mangarov rises back to his feet. Still limping as he trudges on. You see the yellow card against Ricardo Montenegro, who has to be careful the rest of the way. He's a talented ball winner, physical player, good number 6 for this team. But his physicality is a part of what makes him so good, so he'll have to be careful the rest of this one. It's a long ball. Mangarov gives chase to it, and it heads out for a throw. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist is proud to be the official healthcare partner of Carolina Core FC. The throw in for Carolina Core. Carolina Core still looking for its first shot of the day. We've seen 4 for Chattanooga, 1 shot on target, but no shots for the home side. They have had some attacking struggles this season, averaging about 1.2 goals per match. But the big issue for them has been defensively. They're 4th in the league in terms of most goals conceded with 31, as Lundin is upended. But they did have one of their better defensive performances against Chattanooga earlier this season, back on May 24th. Only lost that match 1-0. And to keep this high-octane Chattanooga attack to just a goal, that's a solid feat. This team is one of the better attacking squads in Chattanooga, averaging about 2 goals per outing. Chayop does well to win it. Leaves Chayop, first-year player for Chattanooga, as it's knotted on towards Krell. Krell gets there, and Swinehart saves the day, and he wins the throw as well. It has been an impressive first half hour for Bryce Swinehart, one of the newcomers on this team, just his 3rd appearance of the season for Jake Davis Club. First-year pro who spent 3 years at Liberty University and then 1 year at West Virginia University. Here is Swinehart, calmly plays it back for Holiday. Mangarov. Here's Louis Jean. Robertson. Damian Barker-John. Robertson. Barker-John again. Barker-John drives one across, way too heavy. And not a threatening ball whatsoever from Damian Barker-John. And that will bring us to our first hydration break. 30 minutes through, 0-0 remains the score in High Point, North Carolina. Truist Point, the site of this matchup. It is also a baseball stadium, doubling as the home for the High Point Rockers baseball team. A chance for both squads to get hydrated and chat things over with their coaches. So far, it's been Chattanooga the better squad. They've not been able to generate that golden opportunity just yet. Chattanooga, rapid ascent up the table, unbeaten 5 straight matches. Richard Dixon credits his team's diversity in leadership and abilities. Look at a lot of these guys. A lot of them have been back year after year. You could look at a Tate Robertson. He's in his 2nd year of his 2nd stint with the club, so he knows the club well. Alex McGrath, over 100 club appearances for Chattanooga. Of course, Richard Dixon, who leads this club. He played for Chattanooga as well. 3rd most appearances in club history. So this team gets it. They understand what the club means to the community. They understand the pedigree of this club, the history of it. And they've had a successful season once again. Last year finished 4th in the East. And they currently sit in that 4th spot. And now trying to navigate this first 45 minutes here at Truist Point in High Point, North Carolina. 73-degree day, a pristine evening in the Triad. You do see the flags in the top right corner of your screen. It is a windy evening in High Point. Carolina Core players ready to resume. Get back to it. 33 minutes down in this first half. Still 0-0 between Chattanooga and Carolina Core. Carolina Core kicking off a 4-match homestand today. They'll have some time off before the next match when they welcome Inter Miami 2 on July 22nd. That's a match that this team can certainly win against an Inter Miami team that is bottom of the Eastern Conference. If they could pull off a result today, win or draw, they could beat Inter Miami 2 next time out. You start to look at this team and see some clear progress in terms of results. That's exactly what they're looking for, as it's nodded back to Kupovic. John. Here's Farid Sarsar, who has played every minute of every match since the start of last season. The anchor of this Chattanooga back line. More ball. Holiday had to deal with a bouncing ball as a whistle comes in and a free kick awarded to the home side. Possibility starts at Skyla Credit Union. See what your money can do at SkylaCU.com. Final 10 or so minutes of this first 45. Here's some space to work with for Barker John as he links up with Mangarov. Robertson. And the offside flag is raised. Headed down, check. Had a stab at it, but could not retain it. It is one back. Here's Ryan Baer, one of the newcomers on this Carolina Core squad. Just the fourth start of the season for Baer. Former Seattle Sounders draft pick. And Chayup had that played perfectly as he leads the charge. Leaves Chayup, slips it for Barker John. Back towards Chayup. He couldn't quite get to it. A whistle away from the ball. Let's take a look at it. So just, oh, there it is. Chayup colliding. And that's where the down Carolina Core player came into the picture. we'll get back to it here. Throwing for Chattanooga. Good to bookend this first 45 with a breakthrough. Here's Sorensen. First-year Chattanooga player who spent last year in the USL with Charlotte Independence, but he does have familiarity with this league, having played for Philadelphia Union too. Product of the Union Academy, one of the most prestigious academies in the U.S. Montenegro. Hammond. Montenegro again. Carolina Core still searching for that elusive first shot. Hammond finds Ramble. His cross blocked and a corner kick coming.
Fans, get on your feet. We have
It's been tough sledding, generating chances in the run play for the David squad. Maybe this is what they need. Create that prime chance. It's normally Chattanooga who's dominant on set pieces. See what's in store for Carolina Core. It's played short. Ramble rolls it back, and Jakubovic finds it. Well, Dean Jakubovic, he's seen it all, he's done it all. Former Swiss international. Switzerland, what a World Cup run they had. Coming to an end against Argentina in a thriller of a match. There is Alex Krell, marked by Montenegro. Langerov now, the engine of this attack. Louis Jean leaves it for Sorensen. Sorensen back for Louis Jean, the Haitian duo connecting there. Chayap. For John. Turned out of possession. It's Bear. Montenegro. And that ball skips just behind his intended target of Andrew Czech. It's been moments like that. We've seen Carolina Core at times just struggle to connect today. Louis Jean lays it off, and it is won by Montenegro. That is him at his best. Talented number 6 for this team. Great ball winner. Jake Davis said when he plays well, we play well. He's a guy who maybe doesn't stand out on the stat sheet. He's not going to really score goals for you. Only has 1 goal this season. He does have 3 assists, but he does such a good job of winning the ball. Winning second balls in particular. Tatavan. Taken off of it by Farid Sarsar. Final few minutes of this first 45. Sorensen. Oh, just a sloppy play by him. The rain starts to come down in High Point, North Carolina. Tatsavan dropping back a bit. He lays it ahead. It's a lovely ball for Rambolt. Rambolt, check alongside him. Rambolt centering feed that is hit towards the corner and nearly buried. It did not take a deflection. And a goal kick on the way. Let's take another look at it. It's Lundeen who settles at the edge of the 18 and just banged it wide. Would have been a lovely finish. Barker John. In the dying moments of this first 45, Damian Barker John. Did he win another corner? He did not. Goal kick for Carolina Core. It is expected to rain for a little bit. There's a decent chance of rain throughout the evening into the morning, actually into tomorrow afternoon in High Point. Robertson. Chayap. Yves Chayap does well to stay in possession. Chayap finds Alex McGrath. McGrath pings it through for Sorensen. Its centering feed is put home. In the final moments of this first 45, Alex Krell's breakout season rolls on. His 11th goal of the year, and it's 1-0 Chattanooga. Some beautiful passing. McGrath, look at this run. Just a lovely ball finding Sorensen, and Krell finds the soft spot of the defense. And oh, how clinical he has been. Alex Krell has now scored in 7 of his last 8 matches. Has 8 goals in that span. And it is 1-0. But we are now in the midst of a lightning delay. And we will have a bit of a break here. Still TBD for when we get back. But Chattanooga leads it 1-0. It was a lightning strike from Alex Krell and then an actual lightning strike in the sky. And we are now in a lightning delay in High Point, North Carolina. 1-0 to score in the final moments of the first 45. Chattanooga leads Carolina Core. After a roughly hour 45 delay, we are finally back and ready to roll. Chattanooga FC, a 1-0 lead over Carolina Core. In case you are just joining us, again, a prolonged weather delay right before the delay began. Literally the play before the delay began. Alex Krell netted his team-leading 11th goal of the season to give Chattanooga a 1-0 edge as we roll the tape on the half that was between these two sides. We start things off with Damian Barker-John, who's such a dangerous player on that right flank, able to link up with Daniel Mangarov, but his strike turned away by Nick Holliday. We didn't see a whole lot of opportunities for the home side in the first half, but let's look at one of the moments that could have been promising. Andrew Cech able to scout it across, but no trouble for the veteran keeper Eldin Jakubovic. And that as the rain began to come down, Carolina Core continued to look for more. That strike hit off target by Corey Lundin. And then this was the breakthrough moment, a lovely little ball ahead for Anthony Sorensen, who sends one square. And Alex Krell backs his 11th goal of the season. He now has the second most goals in the league. This is somebody who was signed as a trialist, got an extra week after impressing on trial, and now is a full-time member of the team. So we are going to restart with 4 minutes of added time to end the first half officially. Then we'll have a hydration break, and then we start the second half. So the +4 that you see in the clock, we are now into first half stoppage time. And again, once this ends, we'll have a hydration break, followed by the second half of play. We appreciate all of you sticking with us. John Gross with you on this Sunday evening. High Point, North Carolina, the site of this matchup. Chattanooga, the 1-0 edge on the 45th minute goal by Alex Krell, which has his team sitting pretty and looking for a sixth consecutive result. Meanwhile, Carolina Core trying to turn the tides on what has been a lackluster season so far, though they have been a bit better as of late. 3-9-6 on the year. Started the season 1-6-4, but 2-3-2 since then. Here's Thomas Ramble. Hammond. Hammond again leaves it off. Right back for Hammond. His cross takes the deflection. Volleyed away clear. And a throw for Carolina Core. Again, a big thanks to all of you for sticking with us or joining us if you're just hopping on the live stream. Also, how about a big shout out to the fans who are still in attendance after the roughly hour-and-a-half weather delay. Here's Andrew Cech. Final seconds of what is officially first half stoppage time. Hammond. It's a centering feed that's brought down, then lifted ahead. Lundin lost his footing. Tanavan in the area, but the offside flag is raised. And that might just do it for this first half. We'll see how much longer we go. You always wonder how the players respond after a situation like this. You're just about to finish the first half. Chattanooga just scored, so a chance to really snag momentum and roll with it. But then an hour-and-a-half break. They're looking for more here as this cross is lifted out of play. And a goal kick coming for Nick Holliday. That's a poor giveaway that's collected with ease by Mangarov. Kroll lays it back. It's Robertson who rips it on frame right at Holliday. And a A whistle comes in, a card will come out. Stevie Louis Jean shown yellow.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. A yellow card has been issued by the referee to Chattanooga FC.
And there is
number 6,
the whistle.
Louis Jean.
This is technically halftime, but it will instead just be a hydration break. These two teams had about an hour and a half or so to game plan in the dressing room. They'll stay on the pitch. 1-0 the score in favor of Chattanooga. Again, a bizarre situation. In case you're just joining us, we played 45 minutes plus a few seconds. A goal was scored by Alex Krell in the 45th minute. And then, boom, as the ball was about to be kicked off to resume play, whistles blew, lightning in the area. And that forced these two teams into the dressing rooms for about an hour and a half, hour 45 or so. But now they're back out there, a 2-minute hydration break. Chattanooga halfway home towards securing a 6th consecutive result, which would be the Boys and Blues' longest unbeaten run of the season. And what a year it's been for them. They're doing this under the leadership of an interim head coach in Richard Dixon. He said it's been a good experience for him so far. Tough at times, but he's had a lot of growth as a coach this season. So again, a 1-0 lead at the break. It was Alex Krell who scored the goal, and this is a look at it as the rain trickled down. This ball from McGrath is what really unlocked things as he links up with Anthony Sorensen, who picks up the assist. But Alex Krell with the breakthrough moment in the dying moments of the first half. And what a story he is. Star season for the first-year player in this league. He joined the club as a trialist in the preseason. He had previously played for Spanish side Lealtad in the Spanish 4th Division. He spent the last 5 or so years playing in Spain, but impressed this team in the preseason. Got asked to stay for an extra week. He continued to succeed, and what a run he's been on, having scored in 7 of the last 8 matches with 8 goals over that span. And after the hydration break, we will get to it. Second half of soccer. Damian Barker-John stands over the ball and will resume play. Just waiting for the AR to get set in the far touchline. And we are underway. 45 minutes remain. 1-0 lead for Chattanooga FC over Carolina Corp.
Entering the match, number 47, Isaiah Jones. Entering the match, number 6, Steve Louis Jean. In the 45th minute of the match.
A change for Chattanooga. Stevie Louis Jean exits after being booked at the tail end of that first half. He's replaced by Isaiah Jones, who makes his first appearance since June 21st against NYCFC 2. The 20-year-old in his first season with Chattanooga. Former Nashville SC homegrown signee. He debuted in MLS at just 18 years old, the youngest Nashville debutant. And he had been a regular starter for this team before missing the last couple of weeks. But he's back out there now. The native of Freetown, Sierra Leone. And here is Jones, his first touch of the night. Henchard. That ball did not stay in play. So we throw for Carolina Core. That's rolled ahead by Tatavan. Ramboll leads the charge. Jones able to backtrack and cut off his angle. Ramboll slices free. And Jones, good recovery by Jones. Being called into question shortly after heading onto the pitch. But he is dispossessed here. As it's skipped into the area. Oh my goodness. Kupovic off the ricochet. Able to adjust and pop it out for a corner. This almost was an own goal off the head of Matthias Hanchard. You saw the reaction from Hanchard, put his hands on his face in disbelief. But top-notch awareness by Kupovic. It is a corner kick, though, for Carolina Core. Swinehart. Here's Tatavan, leading goal scorer for the squad. Tatavan, Montenegro now. Lundin pings one in. Lundin's ball towards Swinehart, headed down and wide. Goal kick, Chattanooga. And there are some Chattanooga supporters in attendance. You can hear them cheering on their squad, and perhaps they were some of the over 6,000 supporters who on July 4th packed Erlanger Park to witness Chattanooga claim a 1-0 win against Inter Miami 2, which was the largest crowd in a regular season match in club history. Crowd called for the foul. Looking at some of the numbers, Chattanooga has created more chances, and they have, of course, capitalized on one of those. 6 shots, 3 on goal. Carolina Core, just 2 shots and none on goal, though we nearly saw an own goal just moments ago as Chayup jars it free. Here's Barker John, and he loses possession. Interesting, though, when you look at the total passes, they're right around even. Chattanooga 212, Carolina Core 210. They've shared about an even amount of possession. It has just been Chattanooga being more dangerous. And they're also not afraid to bypass some lines. They like to play direct. That ball sneaks all the way through to Farid Sarsar, the anchor of this back line for Chattanooga. He has played every minute of the last 2 seasons. This is his 45th appearance since the start of 2025. And he's thus far en route for another full 90 as the shifty Mangarov is bodied down, and a free kick coming for this Chattanooga squad, who is oh so dangerous on set pieces. Daniel Mangarov still down to the turf, but what a talent he is. He leads the league in big chances created with 11 this season. He wins so many free kicks. So a set-piece opportunity for the Chattanooga squad that is second in the league in set-piece goals. They have 8 so far. Can they add to that tally right here? As it's popped into the area and sent just wide. Alex Krell nearly at his second of the night. One more look at it. Watch 23 on the right side of your screen. He comes straight through, just unmarked. That is an absolute break for the ages for Carolina Core. If there's one guy that you cannot leave unmarked like that, it is Alex Krell. Sorensen's ball all the way over the byline. Substitutes getting warmed up for Chattanooga. We've seen them make one change already with Isaiah Jones spelling Stevie Louis Jean. No changes thus far for Carolina Core, as Jake Davis' squad tries to navigate this 1-0 deficit, which was the exact scoreline when these two squads met on May 24th. Chattanooga asking for their possession. That is granted. Orbaugh switches. Seth Hammond to space to work with. Hammond swings it back across. It's tapped for Tanavan, gives it right back. Lovely interplay. Tanavan leaves it wide. Comes out to Bear. Swinehart now drives it across. Headed away. It was a lovely little build, but the end product just wasn't there. And a whistle comes in as Alex Krell commits the foul and a lightning fast restart. Swinehart cycles it wide. Another driven cross out of the reach of Tanavan. And a goal kick for Jakupovic. That last spell of possession shows just the quality of Tanavan, and that this Carolina Core team does have weapons. And you look up front, Tanavan, Rambolt. Lundin has showed some moments today. And Chattanooga head coach Richard Dixon even said it, since the coaching change, this Chattanooga team, pardon me, this Carolina Core team looks more dangerous. They look better. They look more organized. We've seen glimpses of that today, but they just haven't been able to put it all together. Lovely ball. Barker John brings it in, battles with Hammond, and wins a free kick. Free kick on the way in a threatening area here for Chattanooga. Daniel Mangarov will send this in. Remember, just a couple moments ago, they were knocking on the door of his second goal for Krell, but he could not finish from close range. Mangarov lines one in towards the back post. Headed away. Montenegro is there. Volleyed on for Tatavan. And it's one back. Lundin down, now back on his feet. Here's Montenegro. Apologies for the technical difficulties. We are back in High Point, North Carolina. 1-0 lead for Chattanooga. Though they're looking for more as Barker John scoops up the loose change. Damian Barker John, no numbers, but he takes it himself. It's Barker John! Corner kick coming. Damian Barker John nearly took on this entire back line and scored. One more look at this. I mean, look at the bodies around him. 4 bodies around him. He continues his run, and if it wasn't for the heroics of Nick Holliday, Damian Barker John would have scored, I would say, the best individual goal that we'll see this week in MLS Next Pro. Instead, it is a corner kick. Barker John, as they play it short, dances on Hammond, who muscles him out of possession, and a free kick on the way. As a proud sponsor of Carolina Core, Duderman Law Group knows the value of teamwork. And the Duderman team behind you, you'll have the power to win the injury compensation you deserve. Duderman Law Group, a passion for justice, the experience to win. That's tracked down by Rampol. Rampol goes down in the area, and a whistle. Penalty kick on the way. And a chance for Carolina Core to draw level. The slide tackle attempt by Hanchard, just sloppy. And Arnaud Tatavan will step to the spot. Seven goals this season for Tatavan, though this is his first penalty kick of the year. In fact, it's Carolina Core's first penalty kick of the year. Tatavan versus Eldin Jakupovic. The reigning MLS Next Pro goalkeeper of the year. Tatavan versus Jakupovic to draw level in the 61st. Tatavan sneaks it through. Arnaud Tatavan, the Parisian striker. C'est trop facile. It's too easy for him. His 8th goal of the season. He has scored in back-to-back matches. And for a Carolina Core squad without a shot on target, It is an equalizer in the 61st. And changes on the way for Carolina Core. So Chattanooga finished off the PK, which was drawn by Andrew Czech. And the changes on the way for the home side.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Powered by
Oh no, Tatavan played his college soccer just a few miles away at UNC Greensboro. First-year professional, and what a debut season it has been. 8 goals on the campaign after that penalty kick conversion. Somebody who is a product of the Stade Rennais Academy in France, also played for Paris FC. Has experience with the France and Central African Republic youth national teams. And he swings the pendulum towards his side with that goal. Here he is. Now it's Jair Kaizo, one of the substitutes for Carolina Core. Kaizo just made his way on, as did Weber, replacing Nolan Evers.
Gordon. Also entering the match, number 7, Anthony Garcia. Exiting the match, number 23, Alexander Krau. Exiting the match, number 10, Daniel Makarov in the 61st minute of the match.
And a whistle comes in. Free kick for Chattanooga, who now has to find another go-ahead moment. They've looked the better squad, there's no doubt about that.
Entering the match is number 24.
Now we'll see the alterations. So Trevor Jackson heads on for Nolan Evers. Seth Hammond off.
Number 4, Nolan Evers.
And
number 19,
Jair Kaiza replaces him.
27,
And then Andrew Czech, who drew that penalty kick, will exit after making his impact felt. And Antonio Pineda heads on for him. Pineda has primarily been a starter for Carolina Core this season, just his 3rd time in 10 appearances that he's come on as a substitute. In-state product from Statesville, North Carolina. A lot of players on this Carolina Core team either from North Carolina or played college soccer in North Carolina. It's a strong soccer state. I mean, you think of the college men's soccer programs in this state alone. You have High Point University here in High Point, North Carolina, the perennial powerhouse in the Big South Conference. Wake Forest, UNC, Duke, NC State, elite programs out of the ACC. UNC Greensboro out of the SoCon, they are routinely the champions of that conference. And that's just in this general area of the state, not even including UNCW or UNC Charlotte. Davidson's had some success over the years. Change for Carolina Core, Dominique Colon heads on for Ricardo Montenegro. You see the changes for Chattanooga. Mangarov off, replaced by Anthony Garcia. As it is struck by Parker John off the scoreboard. Alex Krell, the goal scorer, also heading off. And Luke, UNC Charlotte, their success they've had. He's UNC Charlotte alumnus, playing back in his home state today, the native of Davidson, North Carolina. It's controlled, and here comes Carolina Core as it's lifted ahead. Rambolt is there. Rambolt centering feed comes all the way through, and it's tapped out for a corner. David Diaz gave it a chase in the back post, but just a step behind it. Carolina Core looking like a different squad in this second half. Sorensen did just enough to knock it out for a corner. It's a low delivery that skips across. Diaz able to keep it in play. Ryan Bear sweeps one in. Sent away clear, but it is retained by the home side. Courtesy of Dominique Cologne, his first touch of the night. Long ball over the head of a leaping Diaz. Swinehart. That's touched ahead by Tatavan. Jayap's ball ends up being a free kick. And as McGrath and Ryan Bear collided. Well, you want to talk about successful college soccer programs. Bear out of West Virginia University. Year in, year out, one of the title contenders for the College Cup. Bear, the 2025 draft pick by the Seattle Sounders. Brought in last month by Carolina Core. West Virginia, another really good state for NCAA men's soccer between WVU and Marshall. But here in North Carolina, you have a lot of juggernauts. It is a fierce debate. Who is the #1 program in this state? I think the only debate that's more intense in North Carolina is what's better between Bojangles and Cookout. Here's Chayap. Jones. He's right back for Jones. Garcia. Gives it away. It's been a sloppy stretch for Chattanooga. But is retained. Here's Garcia once more. Angling feed. Garcia brings it in. Anthony Garcia dashes to the byline. Garcia, his cross was over the end line to begin with. A bit heavy on that last dribble. And he runs out of real estate. And there really isn't a lot of real estate behind the end line on either side. This is a baseball stadium as well. High Point Rockers play here. And he nearly collided with what is the right field fence as Tatavan surges. And Jakupovic off his line to get there. Last few minutes have certainly favored Carolina Core. Can they capitalize on that with a go-ahead goal and take a lead for the first time today? Tatavan. gives it away. Bear reclaims it. Diaz, in a precarious situation, tried to hop his way free, but was over the touchline. We're inside the final 20 minutes of this match. A match that began at 5 p.m. local time. Got to the end of first half regulation. Right before stoppage time began, lightning strikes caused a delay, which ended up being about an hour 45. We returned to the match, played the 4 minutes of stoppage time. Took a brief hydration break, then got into the second half, where Carolina Core was able to equalize. A lovely little 1-2 here. This is promising for Chattanooga. A centering feed, and no one home. It's a promising moment for the boys in blue, as we get another look at it right here. And Yuval Cohen was the one anxiously waiting for it. Just out of his reach. Here's Garcia. He goes down. Garcia wins a whistle. Free kick on the way in a threatening area. It's Robertson and Sarsar to send this in. Inching towards the final 15 minutes of this one. Robertson now by his lonesome. A club legend. He does have 4 assists this season. Robertson drives it in. Headed straight up and punched away by Holiday. And a point to the corner flag. So a corner kick on the way for Chattanooga, and 2 players are down. Let's take a look at it. Holiday went airborne, and yeah, there was that aerial collision. Both players back on their feet. And a corner kick coming for Tate Robertson and company. Somebody who played with interim head coach Richard Dixon during Robertson's first stint with Chattanooga. 2 years with the club back in the NISA days. Now in his second year back in MLS Next Pro. Robertson drives it in. And a goal kick on the way. High Point University is the premier life skills university, attracting students from all 50 states and 50 countries. Discover why families are flocking to HPU at www.highpoint.edu. Campus just down the road from here. It is a picturesque campus, to say the least. Here's Jones. Battles through the contact. McGrath now. Garcia slices in. Tried to link up with Cohen. Couldn't do so. Comes right back to Garcia, who leaves it across. Options here for Chattanooga. Robertson plays it wide. It's driven just off frame, though it did take a deflection. So Anthony Sorensen earns a corner kick for Chattanooga.
Corner kick, Chattanooga FC.
Robertson patiently waiting for Sorensen alongside him, who said, why not? Let me let this fly and see what happens. Culminates in a corner kick. Is there something else to come? Robertson lofts it in. Jones goes down. No whistle. Robertson again. Keeps it short here. That cross off the backside of Swinehart. Another corner. Fifth corner kick of the match for Chattanooga. And a down Carolina Corps player.
Chattanooga FC corner kick.
We saw that collision with Isaiah Jones. And Diaz slowly making his way back to his feet, but clearly in pain. And David Diaz, he's going to require medical attention, and he might have to come off here. First year Carolina Corps player. Let's watch back. This occurs right here. Diaz and Jones collide. Diaz, the California native who played last season with Ventura County, scored a pair of goals for them this year. 2 goals and 2 assists, having started the majority of his 19 matches. And he continues to have a tough time putting any pressure on that right leg, and he goes right back down. You just hate to see this. We send David our best. Diaz being aided off the pitch by Mayor Kaizo and the Carolina Corps athletic trainer. So Diaz, who entered this match as a substitute, likely will have to be replaced here, and he will be. So Diaz's day comes to an abrupt end. It's Rashid Tedet who makes his way on in his place. In swinging ball, pings around in the area and sent out by Bear. Oh no, it is still in play. Robertson keeps it to himself. Robertson muscles into possession, lets it fly, and Holiday saves the day. Lundin taps it ahead. Here's Tanavan. 1 goal already. Tanavan denied by Jakupovic. Big save by Eldin Jakupovic to keep things level at 1 goal apiece. Carolina Corps coming alive as this match progresses. Kaizo now. Tried to sneak it through. Chayap had none of it. Instead, it's driven long. Barker John leads the way. Cohen alongside him. Throw in Chattanooga.
Substitution for Carolina Corps FC, presented by Blue Rock Pizza and Tap. Entering the match is number 77, Rashid Teta. Exiting the match is number 58, David Diaz.
Inside the final 10 minutes of this one. A 45th minute goal by Alex Krell got Chattanooga on the board, but Tanavan equalized in the 61st. Jones. Links up. Sorensen knocks it wide. Robertson. Back for Jones. Here's Chayap. Robertson threads it out wide. Sorensen dances. It's a poor cross. Good recovery, though, by Jones. CIBC is the official wealth management partner of Carolina Core FC. Here's Cohen. It's tapped ahead. Who was it last off of? And it will be a goal kick. Carolina Core looking to continue to carry this momentum. They have been the better squad as this match has progressed in the second half. Chattanooga trying to extend its unbeaten run to 6 matches. That would be its longest unbeaten streak of the season. Carolina Core trying to claim a result against one of the Eastern Conference top teams. Maybe, just maybe, spark a second half surge. A win today would be a big boost for this Carolina Core squad. They'll take on Inter Miami, a struggling squad, next time out. So there is a chance to string together some points. And that's all you can ask for if you're Jake Davis and company. Kaizo. Lundin lays it off. It's played out wide. Cross sent in and collected by Jakupovic. Aldin Jakupovic has been up to the challenge. And you'd expect nothing less from a decorated player like himself. Ball made its way to Lundin. He did get a piece on it. Here comes Cohen. Garcia. Works the byline. Garcia able to keep it in play, but innocently all the way to Holiday. Final 5 minutes plus stoppage time. And I do expect a decent amount of stoppage time given multiple injury stoppages and a goal. Here's Tatavan. Options alongside Tatavan. Leaves one to the dust, lets it fly. Jakupovic. The skipping strike is saved. And Tatavan back on his feet. He is a top performer in this league. Earlier today, getting his 8th goal of the season. And he has that ability not only to finish off chances, but to create chances for himself. Not the type of guy who needs others to do the job for him. He can do it himself. As we just saw a moment ago, creating that scoring opportunity. Farid Sarsar. Chayap. Through towards Yuval Cohen. who watches it head out for a corner. Corner kick number 6 for Chattanooga. A squad that has feasted from the corner flag and off of set pieces all season long. Tate Robertson to take this. He's a big reason why they're so good in these situations. They also have some big physical players in the area. Robertson plays it in, headed high. Matthias Hanchard nearly atoned for giving up the penalty kick earlier this half. One more look at it. There's the big center back, rising but heading high. That one sneaks through. It's Cohen battling through some contact, and Yuval Cohen does well to win another corner kick. Final moments of this one. Will we have a winner in regulation, or will we head to a shootout? Tate Robertson has it set for Chattanooga's 7th corner kick. Big in-swinger. Orbaugh wins the first ball. It's skied a mile high. Damian Barker-John, not a very threatening strike. And a goal kick coming for Holiday. Nick Holiday has made 4 saves today from about an hour or so east of here in Chapel Hill, North Carolina. Goalkeeper on loan from Charlotte FC, who made his pro debut at just 15 years old for USL club NCFC. The youngest goalkeeper in USL history, in fact. Rolled ahead. Orbaugh very composed under pressure, but Barker-John goes down. He wins a foul. And a free kick coming. As we inch towards added time, initial indications of 5 minutes of stoppage time. Barker-John taken to the turf by Rashid Tedda, who played his college soccer at High Point University. We've entered stoppage time. Tate Robertson stands over it. 5 minutes of added time. Robertson skies it in, headed down. Holiday the save. Nick Holiday, a major moment for him as he denies Farid Sarsar for what likely would have been the winner. What a save by the goalkeeper. As we play on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the fourth official on the sideline has indicated that there will be a minimum of 5 minutes of stoppage time added to the second half of the match, presented by Smitty and Pearl.
Jones lifts it clear. Contact in that battle, and it is a free kick.
FC has made a substitution. Entering the
Ball
match, number
Cohen.
18, Luke Husselwinski. Exiting the match, number 33, Alex McGrath.
And there's the change. Luke Usikiewski makes his way on, replaces Alex McGrath. Usikiewski, the North Carolina native, back in his home state today from Davidson, North Carolina. About an hour away from here.
Attention fans, a yellow card has been issued to the CCFC bench in the 90th minute of the match.
All lifted in by Robertson. Sneaks through, and Holiday rises to collect. Yellow card issued against the Carolina Core bench, an assistant coach picking up the yellow. Here's Kaizo. Plenty of green to work with for Jaime Kaizo. And here Kaizo leaves it off for Cologne. And Kupovic sends it clear. Jones wins it. Whistle and a card. Garcia taken down from behind. And it is Corey Lundeen who is shown yellow.
Your attention please. A yellow card has been issued by the referee to CCFC number 8, Corey Lundeen, in the 93rd minute of the match.
So Lundeen shown yellow. Again, if we do not have a winner in regulation, we go to a shootout. Both teams will claim at least 1 point. The shootout will provide an additional point. This is potentially the final chance of the match for either squad as Holiday launches long. Headed down, Robertson taps it on. A dance from Cohen who strikes it, Holiday the save. Multiple clutch saves late in this matchup as Tanavan turns it over. Jones strikes it long. Second ball claimed by Robertson, though. Swinehart pops it away. Here we go. Final seconds of stoppage time. A surge from Carolina Core as it's skipped to Jakupovic. You'll have to do better than that to beat the accomplished goalkeeper. Barker John. Does he have one more surge in him? And there is the whistle. Regulation, not enough. 1-1 is the final score, and we are headed to a penalty shootout, a match that saw a little bit of everything. A couple of goals, hour and a half, hour 45 weather delay, and it will end with a shootout. 1-1, the final score from High Point, North Carolina. When we return, a penalty shootout to determine who gets the additional point in High Point.
be a fun season of MLS Next Pro. Oh my! Pedrinho wins it!
"90 minutes, not enough to determine a winner, so we go to a shootout. 1-1 is the final score in regulation. But as we prepare for this penalty shootout, let's take a look at the match. That was the second of 3 meetings between these two sides. A rain-soaked moment at the end of the first 45 minutes as Anthony Sorensen finds that man, Alex Krell. He just can't be stopped. 11 goals in the season, and he puts his team in front of the 45th. Then we went to an hour 45 or so lightning delay, and a few minutes into half number 2, penalty kick won by Andrew Cech. Arno Tatavan steps to the spot and calmly equalizes, making it 1-1 in the 61st. We did not see another goal from then on. We did see chances, though, from both teams. For both goalkeepers, Nick Holiday and Eldin Jakupovic, coming up big. So we go to a shootout. This is one of my favorite things about MLS Next Pro, the fact that we have these shootouts. I think it adds a lot of excitement to claim that additional point. Both these teams will leave with at least 1 point. Whoever wins this shootout gets an additional point. So, for Chattanooga, the unbeaten run is still intact. It is now at a season-best 6 matches. Chattanooga participating in its 5th shootout of the season. They are a very impressive 3-1 in shootouts on the year. Meanwhile, this is the 8th shootout of the season for Carolina Core. They are 2-5 in their previous 7. So history favors the boys in blue. And it will be Chattanooga kicking first. Kicking directly into the Carolina Core supporters. The Skulk making noise behind Nick Holiday, hoping that their keeper can turn away Tate Robertson as we are underway in this penalty shootout. Robertson, cool as a cucumber. He wasted no time. As soon as that whistle blew, he stepped up and cleanly struck it through. So Carolina Core now looking to match things. It's Corey Lundin, second-year Carolina Core player, facing Eldin Jakupovic, reigning goalkeeper of the year in the league, and it's missed. Lundin nowhere close. Advantage, Chattanooga. That missed by a few feet. Yuval Cohen is kick taker number 2. Cohen does have 1 goal this season. Actually leads the league in shots per 90. But this is a different type of shot, a different kind of pressure for Yuval Cohen. A deep breath. Cohen, the stunner, and the score. "2-0 in favor of Chattanooga as Yuval Cohen converts from the spot and silences the Skulk. Brings Thomas Rambolt to the penalty spot. And this is nearly a must-make situation. Rambold does just that. Gives a thumbs up to the Skulk, a thumbs up to Nick Holiday as well. We kickstart round 3. It's Anthony Garcia who steps up. Chattanooga 2 for 2 so far. Make that 3 for 3. No trouble for Anthony Garcia. Give that little stutter, just the slightest of stutters. And another pressure situation for Ryan Baer. Now the Chattanooga supporters make noise. The Chattahooligans as Baer drills it. What a strike. A confident boot. Took nothing off of it. Look how well struck this is. Ryan Baer made it look easy. Luke Husikowski places it, the North Carolina native, back at his home state today. Husikowski versus Holiday, a couple of North Carolina guys. Husikowski connects. So Husikowski makes it 4 for 4 from the spot. And a big moment. Carolina Core needing to find the back of the net. As it's missed by Kaizo. And that will do it. Eldin Jakupovic, jubilant, as his squad is now 4-1 in shootouts this season. Jair Kaizo left it well wide. Second point for the boys in blue. Unbeaten run, now 6 in a row. And while this Chattanooga team will not claim all 3 points, which would have put them at a tie for first place, they do close the gap just 1 point shy of the top of the Eastern Conference table. A dramatic match that came down to the shootout. Featured about an hour, 45-minute weather delay. Multiple goals. And points for both teams. But it's Chattanooga who leaves with 2, and Carolina Core who departs with 1. Let's take a look at our man of the match. Brought to you by our good friends at Adidas. And it's Luke Husikowski. Able to roll it in, made it 4 for 4. That put all the pressure on Jair Kaizo. And Kaizo could not convert. So 2 missed penalty kicks marring Carolina Core's shootout efforts. So 1-1 the final score through 90 minutes. And then 4-2 the shootout score as Carolina Core could not convert from the spot. And Chattanooga takes 2 points. So Chattanooga now 8-5-5 of the season, 33 points. Carolina Core 3-9-7, 18 points. Chattanooga will welcome Orlando City B next Saturday, and Carolina Core will continue a 4-match homestand by hosting in Miami 2 on the 22nd. A huge thanks to all of you for joining us for our entire fantastic MLS Next Pro broadcast crew. My name is John Gross saying so long. Once again, our final score, 1-1 through 90. 4-2 Chattanooga in penalties. Don't forget, you can watch MLS Next Pro all season long at MLSNextPro.com and OneFootball. Good night, everybody.
This copyrighted broadcast of Major League Soccer may not be retransmitted, reproduced, or rebroadcast without the express written consent of Major League Soccer.